golden retriever who is somehow also a dirty, dirty man who is Disney levels of adorable at the same time. I'm going on vibes here, okay? I'm going in Christmas spirit. Hey guys, Kristen here. Welcome back to the channel. Today we are going to talk about two holiday-themed novellas. So right at the end of the month of October, I read Hot for Slayer by Hazelwood, which was in a series of Amazon original novellas that were all available on Kindle Unlimited that all kind of had like a Halloween theme. And I thought, man, I wish they had some of these for Christmas. They do. This year they released the like Halloween spooky creature, whatever, romance novellas. It was a whole lot of words that didn't make sense. But last year they released the Christmas edition of that. The Under the Mistletoe collection, a collection of 5 novellas that are spicy romances, all having to do with Christmas time. These are novellas, so you know they're short, but they're really short novellas. They're all like 60 to 90 pages. Like none of them are even over 100 pages. So even for a novella, they're short. So you can sit down and read it in like an hour or two. They're also available on audiobook. So of course, I jumped right into these. I was only planning on reading the one by Hazelwood, and I ended up reading the first 2. And so I'm going to tell you my thoughts on those, and then I'm going to decide whether or not I want to read the other 3 and let you know my thoughts on those. So if that is something you would like to see, let me know in the comment section below. And while you're watching the video, if you're enjoying it, feel free to give me a like and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss my next video. Okay, so of course I started with the Christmas novella by Hazelwood. She was the author who I'm the most familiar with on the list, and hers is called Cruel Winter with You. So the cover, super cute. The colors on it, adorable. The snow globe, 10 out of 10. I started Cruel Winter with You on audiobook. I listened to 70% of it in the audiobook, and then laying in bed late last night, I really wanted to finish it, so I just went ahead and read the last 30% on my Kindle. So the plot for Cruel Winter with You is that these 2 childhood friends who aren't really friends anymore, they're kind of on like bad terms now, they end up stuck together in a house for Christmas time because of a snowstorm, and they end up having to kind of rehash what has happened throughout their friendship that has led them to where they are today, and of course their love. Okay, so my thoughts about Cruel Winter with You. First of all, I really wanted more Christmassy. Like the whole reason I was reading this was like to get into Christmas spirit, to get out of my reading slump. And I think this is like, I don't know if this takes place on Christmas Eve or on Christmas Day. I was a little bit foggy on that. I want to say it's Christmas Eve because our main character, Jamie, her dad sends her to go walk like 2 miles to her friend Tabitha's house because Tabitha and her parents are on a cruise for Christmas, because Tabitha's mom owns like this copper pan that her dad needs to cook the Christmas ham in. And it's snowing, it's a snowstorm, it's a literal snowstorm. Excuse me, sir, what is wrong with you? Like the whole premise for this is completely like blown out of the water if Jamie's dad just had like a little bit of common sense. Like a little bit of, maybe I shouldn't send my daughter walking like a mile or 2 in a snowstorm. Jamie's like voice was so textbook Hazelwood. It's very like self-deprecating humor, and a lot of Jamie like second guessing herself, but there's a lot of like humor behind it. And I really like the way it's written. I really like the way Hazelwood writes. So the tropes for this is definitely I want to say friends to lovers. It's like friends who then weren't really friends and now they're good. Let's go with friends to lovers. Also, forks, yes. Why did I say that? Forced proximity. The forced proximity was done really well. Unsurprisingly, when Jamie gets to Tabitha's house, Tabitha's not there, which she knew, but Tabitha's brother, Mark, is there. He is watching the family pet and staying at the house for Christmas. Let me just tell you now, Mark is tall, obviously. In case you were worried, Mark is tall. I took these like crazy haphazard notes when I was reading, and one of the things I wrote is Mark is so obviously yearning hardcore for Jamie and she does not see it in her teen years or now. And that's pretty much the whole theme of the book, is that Mark is so obviously like, oh my god, like yearning like crazy for Jamie, and she is so stupid. But of course, if she picked up on it and she felt the same way right away, we wouldn't have a book. So something to keep in mind is that chapter 2 is this like really randomly super long chapter. And all of the other chapters are like the same length as each other, but chapter 2 is really long, and chapter 2 is where you get a flashback to kind of catch you up to how we got here today. Kind of takes you through the first time that Jamie met Mark and their childhood and their teenage years and some of the awkward encounters that they had, you know, during high school and stuff like that. And some people might not like that. I do want to say that. For me, I loved it because when I was reading chapter 1, the number one thing that I thought was like, oh, I really wish that we got a little bit more backstory told to us, like a prologue or something. How did we get here? Like, you know? And then bam, chapter 2 happened and it answered all of my questions. So I really enjoyed that. It's like a weirdly long chapter. It could have been split maybe into like 2 chapters, but I really enjoyed that. The formatting of the back and forth between the present day story and like giving us the backstory of the years of Mark and Jamie, I really liked it. I don't know why that one chapter 2 is extra long because all of the other backstory chapters are normal length, but I really like that. I don't know if maybe some people don't like that choppiness, if that takes you out of the story, but I just thought it added so much depth to the story. It made it not really feel like a novella. It made it feel like I was reading something a little bit longer than I was. So yes, back to the more Christmassy thing. So yes, one complaint was I wanted it to be more Christmassy. Like it's on Christmas and it's snowing out. And there's a fireplace. And that's pretty much all the Christmas we get. Like I don't know what more I would be expecting even, but like something. I want something to make it feel more like a holiday book. I don't even know what that would be, but something. Also, I was really emotional reading the final chapter. I do want to say this story is more sweet than spicy for sure. This series of novellas, the Under the Mistletoe collection, is advertised as being a series of like spicy romance novellas that have to do with Christmas. This one was not super spicy, like definitely. This one is more sweet than spicy, with a little bit of spice for sure, but this one, I was like emotional reading the final chapter. This whole book, but especially like that final chapter was like so sweet, so cute, kicking my feet all over the place. It was so, I loved it. I really did. Yeah, I definitely recommend this one. Just don't go looking for a ton of spice and be aware that you're getting the type of story that you're getting. Like I feel like if you know that going in, you'll probably enjoy this novella a lot more. I also read a second holiday novella. When I finished this in bed last night, I was on my Kindle and I was like, you know what, maybe I'll just try out another one of these. And the only other author on the list was, that I had actually heard of before, was Tessa Bailey. And so I read her contribution, which is Merry Ever After. So first things first, right out of the gate, this book is much spicier than Cruel Winter with You. If you are looking for a sweeter story, go for Cruel Winter with You. If you're looking for just some short and dirty spice, go for Merry Ever After. Now, with that said, I will say, somehow this story was also super duper sweet. So first of all, this one is about a single mother with a 5-month-old baby. She moves to this small town in Texas to start over her life, and she's working like behind the counter at a thrift store, and she sews her own clothes. She likes to like make her own designs, and the people that own the thrift store let her do some of that and sell some of her stuff at the thrift store. Plus they let her like keep her baby like in the back room while she's working and stuff like that. So, and she lives in the apartment upstairs above the thrift store. Our male love interest is, what was her name, actually? Evie. Our male love interest is named Luke. His name I remembered. Luke is 6'6", Feels like Allie Hazelwood could have maybe written this, except he's not just tall. He's written as just like a big guy. And he owns his family's farm, and he runs his family farm seemingly by himself. But very important to the plot is he's a big dude. And that is how they meet. He's trying on jeans at her thrift store, and none of the jeans fit because they're not big enough for this man, who is apparently a Yeti or something, I don't know. Oh, important, this one is dual point of view, so you do get chapters from Evie's POV and from Luke's POV, so that's a little bit different from the Allie Hazelwood book. I will say again that this did not feel that Christmassy to me, so I don't know, maybe I'm asking too much from my like Christmas books. Maybe I shouldn't overthink that, or maybe just some of the other novellas in this collection are more Christmassy. I don't know. I don't even know what would make it more Christmas. The first scene in the thrift store, a Christmas song is playing on the radio, and I was like, all right, here we go. But then that's like really all we got. I mean, it's like Christmas in Texas where it's like really hot. I think like our main character is wearing jean shorts. You know, you're not getting your snowy winter small town Christmas, but that's okay. This one is much sexier, much earlier on than Cruel Winter with You. Despite that, Luke is like a golden retriever character, especially when you read the chapters from his point of view. He is a golden retriever who is somehow also a dirty, dirty man who is Disney levels of adorable at the same time. So, whew, boy, spicy in this one. I have never read anything else by Tessa Bailey, despite recognizing her name and being very familiar with some of her other books, having some of her books on my TBR. I've never read any of her other books. So, I don't know, I really enjoyed this book. And okay, here's why I say it like that. If you go on Goodreads, the reviews for this one are kind of low. Yeah, the dialogue during some of the spicy scenes was cringy in the absolute best way. Like, this was just like a short and dirty Christmas novella. Like, you know, is it the best smut I've ever read? No. Was it an incredibly sweet love story where, of course, there's like some insta-love? This book is like 68 pages long. Like, they don't have that long to fall in love here, okay? I don't know, I really felt like the author maybe cared about these characters in such a short period of time. I don't know, the cringy dialogue during the sexy scenes didn't put me off. I don't know, I really liked this story, and I really liked the characters. There's a really like beautiful epilogue at the end of the book. It really felt like Hallmark movie, but like make it spicy. Did I enjoy both of these holiday novellas? Yes, absolutely. Cruel Winter with You by Allie Hazelwood got 5 stars. I am shocked by that. To be perfectly honest with you, I am shocked that I'm giving a Christmas novella 5 stars, but I really enjoyed it. I cared about the characters. I was excited to read it when I wasn't reading it. I even switched formats so I could finish it more quickly because I was thinking about it, and I was emotional in the last chapter of the book. Like, if you can do that in under 100 pages, like, 5 stars. I'm not reading critically. I'm going on vibes here, okay? I'm going on Christmas spirit. Merry Ever After by Tessa Bailey, it gets 4 stars. Maybe 3.5 to 4 stars, but I really enjoyed it. I would definitely read another romance by her. I would expect a lot of spice. I really enjoyed both of these, and so it kind of makes me want to give the other 3 a try, especially knowing that you can listen to all 3 on Audible for free if you have Kindle Unlimited. So I can pop in some earbuds and listen to one while I'm doing stuff around the house and be done in like 2 hours. Or you can read them on your Kindle. And if you don't have Kindle Unlimited, I'm pretty sure that you can just buy them. They're like 99 cents or something. I don't know, what do you guys think? I've never heard of any of the other 3 authors, but again, if you've been watching my channel, you know that I am more of a fantasy reader. So the contemporary romance space is not where I'm typically lurking. So I have a feeling that these are actually pretty popular romance authors that I'm just not familiar with, and that I should feel stupid for not having heard of them. But here's the other 3 books in the series. All by My Elf by Olivia Dade, Merriment and Mayhem by Alexandria Bellafleur, and Only Santa's in the Building by Alexis Daria. Should I read the other 3? I enjoyed the first 2. Why wouldn't I read the other 3? Because I have 7,000 books I want to read. If you've read these holiday novellas, let me know in the comment section. Let me know if I should read the other 3. Let me know if you'd be interested in hearing my thoughts on the other 3 if I do read them. And as always, thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate it, and keep an eye out for my next video. Bye!